Alrighty, it's about that time of year again where I make a weird decision to purchase something and then make a video on it. Around this time last year, I did a video on the keyboard that I bought, the one that is actually still in use today, the Hello Kitty keyboard. And now I figure it's time, we already did a keyboard, time to do a mouse. You might be thinking, don't you already have a mouse? I actually have 3 mice. So the main one that I use right here is the glorious Model O minus wireless edition. The first ever real mouse that I got was a glorious Model O wired minus, and it was in black, and I didn't like it because it was wired. So then I got this mouse and I bought the ceramic feet for it, and it was really expensive. This was back before they had the minus edition of the wireless. It was when they were like first coming out with the wireless variant. So they didn't have the minus, and I was already used to the minus from the wired one that I had. So I just went ahead and bought this one. I bought the ceramic feet and I did not like it at all. The ceramic feet had to be wiped off because like a lot, because for some reason the ceramic would get like just gunk on it. I think it was just like the dead skin cells that were in the mouse pad. So anyways, I got really annoyed with this. Also, the scroll wheel would squeak. It only did it sometimes, but it was super annoying. So one day I decided I was going to go ahead and buy this one. And then this is what I've been using ever since. I've been using this for a while. My issue with this is lately it's been dying fast, and I don't know why. It's really weird. Basically, I'll charge it whenever I like get in the shower, whenever I'm doing something where I'm not at my computer, I'll go and charge it, and then it'll last me like a day or 2 at most, which is really weird because it used to last me like a really long while, like at least a week before I had to charge it. And it's also on the lowest light level besides off, of course. It's on 5%. Second reason I don't really like this mouse. So there's 3 different ways to hold a mouse if you don't know. There's palm grip, which is kind of like this. You use your palm. There's claw grip, which is kind of more like this. And then there's fingertip grip, which is how I hold it. That's more like this. Your palm doesn't touch and you kind of use the mouse like this with your fingertips. My problem with this is the base at the bottom is too large. And also whenever I bring it back, sometimes the back of the mouse will hit me. When I do play fingertip, I have to click up here, and clicking up here is harder than clicking down here. So there's just a whole bunch of reasons as to why I haven't been liking this mouse. Now, yes, I could still use this for probably another year or 2 without it going out, but I decided holiday season's coming around, why not go ahead and get another mouse? And let me tell you, the mouse that I got is gonna be really funky. I'm going to go ahead and warn, there's already a couple things about this mouse that I don't like before even purchasing it. However, I feel like the upsides to it could make up for the downsides. Wow, they packaged this really annoyingly. Okay, what the heck is this? I figure let's open whatever this weird side package is first. 2 pieces of fabric? What is this? Oh my god, I know what this is. This is one of those, you know, the like esports guys who use these? What the heck? What does it say on it? Fashion? Okay, yeah, these, I'm sorry, but if you use these to game with, you gotta give it up, bro. Gaming might not be for you. Also, no offense to gwolves, but like, are you wanting the people who use your mice to get bullied or something? Okay, as you can see, we have a gwolves mouse over here. I have to be careful where I position this because it's super reflective. I've got the HSK Pro Ace, and I went with the Ace edition instead of the 4K edition because I feel like I don't need 4K polling rate. I feel like it's a placebo type thing where people who have it, they say, oh my god, yeah, it helps me aim and stuff. And it's like, in reality, you're probably not going to notice it. In my opinion, I think the maximum polling rate that you should ever go to is 2K or 2000 hertz polling rate, but who knows? All right, let's go ahead and give this the open. You can see it's sliding off. Okay, you get to see, oh, hello. The accessories cannot be returned or exchanged after being used. Okay, let's go ahead and see what they have in here. All right, so we've got this pick thing. I don't know if you can see it. This is actually for turning on and off the mouse. You'll see what I mean later. Also, fun fact, these are like ear cleaners or something from what I understand, that they just buy in bulk and then put in the thingy. Kind of weird, but whatever. Software download stuff, I don't know. We've got, oh yeah, the sticker. So usually with mice, right, they'll have like stickers on the bottom that show information. This mouse wants to be so lightweight that they don't even put the sticker on the mouse, which, like, come on guys, this thing weighs probably nothing, but oh well. It's still, I mean, it's kind of cool that they do that for those weirdos who are all like, oh yeah, I need my mouse to be completely like the lightest thing ever. I think these are extra mouse feet, maybe. I'll have to see later. They're like little dots, but I'm pretty sure they're extra mouse feet. Jasmine, is this a scent package or? Yep, oh my god, I shouldn't have smelled that. We've got more feet. I think these are the back feet maybe, and these are the front feet. So I guess if you trade out your mouse feet for like ceramic and then you don't like them, I guess you can go back to the plastic ones, I guess. We've also got a makeup brush. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this is so far kind of weird. They've given us an ear toothpick thingy and a makeup brush. Like, this is, I'm not kidding, this is straight up just a makeup brush. Saving the mouse for last, obviously. We have the cable. It is a corded cable. There's a USB-A to, oh, this is an adapter. Okay, so one kind of bad thing that I don't like is this mouse uses micro USB instead of USB-C for some reason in 2023. That's one thing I hope they do differently with their next mouse. Anyways, that leads to the dongle adapter thingy. Is very common on a lot of wireless mice. And finally, oh, they gave me 2 of these. Okay, I don't know if they meant to do that. Finally, we have the mouse. Ta-da! Look at that. It's so small. It's actually so tiny. If you are wondering, this is a size comparison. And if I do it up front, you can see it's basically just half the size of my mouse. And it's a little bit less in width. You can't see it very well on camera because I suck at positioning things. But it's like very slightly less fat. Is fat the word I'd use for a mouse? I don't know. Ooh, the scroll wheel feels really nice. I don't know how to describe that. That's really cool. As you can see, this solves my issues that I was having of having it come too far back, and like I have to hold it all the way at the front just for it to touch my palm. You can see the way my thumb is, it sits perfectly. This is how I used to hold my other one. I'd hold it down here, or more like up here, so I could press the buttons easily, and then also not have my thumb touch the bottom of the table every time I moved. And I'm able to do that on this one as well. I'm able to mess with the buttons, able to move it around, able to click these super easily. So the reason they give you a pick is because the on-off switch is inside of the mouse. I don't know if you can see it right there. So unless you have, like, I guess long enough fingernails or whatever, you can use the pick to switch it on and off. Oh, you can see it's on now, I guess. It says there's something under the plastic, so... Oh, whoa, okay. This is actually really cool. So they give grip tape, and I think it's 2 layers. They might have given extra. Usually this is something that you have to buy separate. Same with the mouse feet. Usually you have to buy these type of things separate from the mouse itself. Oh my god, these are grippy. It's like sticking to the inside of this thing. Okay, I can't get it out. You get the idea though. Yeah, there's only 1 layer. I was wrong, but that's so cool. Like I said, usually you have to buy that separately or something like that. Okay, I'm kind of confused because I don't know if you can see. Here's the feet up here and here, and that's what these are. And I think these are 2 of them. You can see it's double-sided. The thing is though, there are no dots. So I don't know. Oh, maybe. Okay, this is gonna sound crazy, but I think I know what these are for. I think if you want this mouse to be even lighter, then you could remove these 2 and replace them with just dots, like 4 dots in each corner, which is absolutely crazy. This mouse, oh, I forgot to mention the specs of this, by the way. Let me do that. So you can see here's their website. I got the Ace edition. This is the other one I was talking about, the 4K edition. So the difference between the two, you can see I'm clicking between them. The only difference is the 4K edition obviously allows 4K hertz polling rate, and it's also a couple grams lighter, but I'm gonna focus on the one that I have. You can see it's only 26 grams, which if you're wondering how heavy that is, I'm pretty sure that's like about as heavy as like a AA battery, maybe? And then you can pause to read all the other stuff if you're interested in the specs. Oh, and of course, all the links and stuff will be in the description below. But anyways, let's get back to talking about the mouse. I guess I should go ahead and test the mouse before I go ahead and properly wire everything around my desk in case I need to return it or whatever. Okay, the website is a bit confusing. I'm on the one for the mouse that I have. I think that I definitely don't need this. This is for if your mouse is broken. I think it goes from earliest to latest at the bottom. So this one is the newest version, 0824, so August 24th. This one says original version. I'm guessing that's the version when it first came out. And then all this stuff adds. At least I think so. I hope that the original version isn't like the good version that I meant to have. I'm just gonna download this version, I guess. Okay, here's the file. I opened that. It gives me two different zip files. One of them is the gwolves software, and the other one is, I actually don't know. What is this? FAC? What is that? Oh, these are the firmwares, I think, judging from the README file. So, okay. For those wondering, this is the stuff for the firmware and how to update it. So I guess I'm gonna go and do this really quickly. Okay, I'm pretty sure I just did it. Pretty self-explanatory steps if you ask me. Also, like you saw on the website, oh, I forgot I can use this mouse now. I keep using my old one. As you saw on the website, if something does break, apparently they have like backup firmware or like fix it firmware, I guess. Okay, let's try the software. There's a DLL file and an exe. I'm gonna run the exe, and this is the, oh yeah, another thing I don't like, besides the micro USB, the software that they have kind of looks like garbage. That was 800 DPI, no way. Color orange, wait, is the color on the bottom the color of the DPI? Oh yeah, it is. Okay, that's weird. Liftoff distance, low, angle snap, I don't know what that is. Oh, also, like, the only way to see the battery is if you open the software, I'm pretty sure, unless it lights up on the bottom, like, red whenever it's about to die. Because if I switch to, like, this one, you can see, I don't know if you can see that, the red shines through, so you would be able to tell if the LED turns red whenever it's low, but I have no idea. Polling rate, oh, that was the wrong way. Okay, polling rate, we're gonna make 1000, obviously. Oh, I think, okay, no, you can turn the LED off for the DPI, I guess, and you can change the color of it too. I'm just gonna make this one black so that it doesn't show at all, even if I do have it on. There's a couple things I don't understand. For example, the click debounce time, it's labeled as letters instead of numbers. I don't know what angle snap is. Motion sync is on. Oh, okay, we had an error. Quit. Oopsies. And I don't know what advanced power saver mode is. Double click set. What is this? Oh god. I don't know what that is, and I'm not gonna mess with it. Macro setting. Okay. I'm gonna be honest, 1600 DPI does not feel like it does on this one. I don't know if it's because of what is it called? DPI displacency or whatever. Basically, if you don't know, every mouse has a different form of measuring DPI. So if you go on a Logitech mouse and you have 800 DPI and then you switch over to a Razer mouse, they're going to feel different because they use different stuff. I don't know if it's because of that or something else, just because it's so light. Oh, one thing I thought was weird and I should mention. So I don't know how well you can see, but the sensor is actually sideways, unlike how it is on like this type of mouse. You can see it's the correct way. On this one, it's the other way. It's so weird. Actually, on second thought, I think they are just about the same. I think it's just because this one's so much lighter. I'm not used to it yet. Okay, well, I'm gonna read up on the software, figure out some different things, and then use it for a little bit, and then I'll come back with an update. Okay, it's been a couple hours and I've figured a couple things out. First things first, I don't know if it's because I have like super soft hands or something, but I could not hold this mouse. It was so uncomfortable. Just getting a grip on it, like my fingers kept slipping forward like this. So I added the side grip tapes and then also just 2 of the dot grip tapes on here. I didn't do the full one yet just because I don't know, I'll do it later if I feel like it's needed. But I kind of like it like this because it lets me know where my fingers should be, if they're too high, too low, or whatever. So I think for now this is good, although in the future I might trade out these for the full size grip tape things. Also, I figured out a little bit. I found this Reddit post basically saying that for the different debounce things, the more to the left, I guess, so the higher the letter, the better. So A is the lowest milliseconds. So I went ahead and set the wheel debounce time to A, the click debounce time to A. Pulling rate is on 1000 still, liftoff distance is off. Angle snap apparently adds like 1 millisecond of delay, but like smooths out your tracking. I don't really understand it fully, but I'm turning it off. I don't think I need it. Also, advanced power mode, if you turn it off and you hover over, it'll tell you basically when you're playing games, it'll be in 1000 hertz, and when you're not playing games, it'll go to 500 hertz to try and save battery. I'd rather just be on 1000 the entire time, and that's about all I changed. The sensitivity still feels really weird for me, but again, I think it's just because of how light the mouse is. I don't think I'm used to that. Also, I kind of wish that the grip tape were white, but I understand them only doing black because it's not like they can make different colors for all the different mice that they make. Anyways, I guess now it's time to test it in a couple of games. Alright, I've been using the mouse for about 2 weeks now, so I've got a little bit of history with it. And I have a couple final closing thoughts while you just watch some gameplay in the background. I'm probably going to repeat a lot of points I've already made in this video, but whatever. Alright, first things first, overall, do I like this mouse? Yes, I am going to be using this over my old one. I'll mention this later, but for a short period of time, I actually had to switch back for like an hour to my old mouse, and it was awful. I just couldn't handle it because of the weight difference, basically. So I guess that could be a negative if you use a lot of different mice and you like switching between mice very often. You probably aren't going to be able to do that with this mouse because once you get used to its size and its weight, it's going to be really difficult to go back. Anyways, let's get into some things I like and don't like about it. I'll just go ahead and mention them in no specific order. Like I said before, one thing I don't like is the micro USB thing that it uses to charge. It's really annoying, but it also isn't really too much of an issue. I usually charge my mouse when I go take a shower or, you know, am doing something else. So usually it's okay for me to just leave it plugged in elsewhere or whatever. One thing I really like is the grip tape. I've kept it on where you saw I put it on in the video. I kept the 2 little dots on the main buttons, and it's actually not too bad. I actually like the grip tape. I thought I would hate it because it'd be like too sticky or something like that, but I actually like it quite a bit. One thing I still haven't gotten used to is the DPI to weight ratio is what I'll call it. Basically, my DPI is 1600, and because my mouse is so light compared to how heavy it was before, I keep on getting messed up with the aim, and I think that's just something I have to get used to over time. And if I don't, then who knows, maybe I'll drop my DPI down to 800 or something like that. One thing I really like, and I didn't think I'd like this too much, is all of the clicks. The clicks for the 2 main buttons, the 2 side buttons, the scroll wheel click. All of it is just very snappy, very nice, very cool. Like I mentioned before, the software is kind of bad, kind of lacking, but it's okay because the software to me is the type of thing where I open it once, I set all my settings, and then I don't open it again. One thing I don't like is not being able to see the battery unless I do open the software. When the mouse does get to 20%, it will blink red on the bottom, which I thought would be noticeable because of how open the mouse is. I thought I'd be able to see whenever my mouse starts dying, but I actually had my mouse die on me during gameplay. I guess, you know, I wasn't looking down at my mouse at all, and I was in like a 40-minute match of Fortnite, and in those 40 minutes, my mouse died, and I didn't realize, and that's when I had to switch over to my old mouse for about, you know, an hour until we got off, and it was such a big difference. But I was also really confused. I was like, how did I not know it was dying? And it's just because it's not noticeable at all. I don't know what to say. Now, what I would do differently about this, I have no idea. I think it's actually fine the way it is. I just wish maybe instead of turning on at 20%, maybe I could have it turn on at 30%, or maybe being able to set the level at which the light turns on or something along those lines. I have no idea. Okay, so I've actually thought of a way they could fix this. So because the DPI light is kind of useless, you basically have to open the software to change your DPI. So there's no point in giving each DPI level a light to show you which DPI you're on. Instead, what they could do is they could detect when the sensor isn't touching the surface or whatever. Basically, when you lift the mouse up, it turns the light on and shows a color in coordination to the light level. So it'll be, you lift the mouse up and it's green if you're like on 100 or like 90 to 100, and then, you know, it's yellow, orange, and then it keeps going down the rainbow until like you're at purple or red when it's about to die or whatever. I think this would be a better way of handling the battery situation. So instead of having to open the software just to see what you're on, you just lift the mouse up, see what color it's on, go, oh, okay, my battery's on this percent, I probably have to plug it in soon, or something along those lines. So the battery life on this thing, as you all know, I have the 1000 hertz polling rate version, and I leave it on 1000, and the battery lasts me about 2 days to maybe 2 days and a half. Also, for reference, for my job, I work at home, and then my hobby is also playing games and doing video editing. So I basically am on my computer from when I wake up, basically until I go to bed. The only time I'm not on my computer is if I'm out grocery shopping or taking a shower or eating or using the restroom. So I am a very heavy user of my mouse. So this may vary for you if you only play games, you know, after work or whatever. You probably will get a longer battery life than what I get. In the future, I think it would be cool if we could get this mouse with USB-C, with a better on-off switch, and with better battery life. I know a lot of that is a huge ask and virtually impossible. Like, I don't know how you could get a better battery in this thing, but people can wish, you know. Anyways, that's going to be all for this video. If you'd like to go ahead and like it, subscribe if you haven't already. I'm going to leave this video off with some gameplay of me playing in the finals. You're stealing it. Someone just jumped off the edge.
He's outside.
Yep, I see him. Oh.
He's one. Nice.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Okay, you healed.
Dude, this jump pad is working against
Killed
me
one.
only. Come here!
Jesus.
This is awful. Do not ever place this again.
Oh, that's a turret.
Go in. Alright, I'm coming upstairs.
No!
I'm blind.
Dad is here.
Don't blink, folks. Anything could happen in the second half of this match.